Well, good morning to you. Got me this new phone. I hope it's going to do right today and take a live video. And anyhow, we're going to try to get it posted. I'm going to take a verse here, a couple verses out of Psalms 143. And anyhow, verse 143 and verse 5 and 6 says, I remember the days of old. And I do remember the days of old. I remember the days that in the yard, me and my brother and sister, we used to run around catching lightning bugs. We used to play cowboys and Indians. We used to play tag football. I remember my mom before she passed away and we were all living at home. I remember her would hollering out on the back porch, come on in. Said it's time for supper, and we went in to eat because if we didn't, Mom would put it up and wash the dishes, and we just went without. I remember me and my brother and sister washing dishes, doing chores around the house. I remember those days of old. But here it says, verse 5, I remember the days of old, I meditate on all thy works. Verse 6 says, I stretch forth my hand unto thee, my soul thirsteth after thee. I stretch forth my hand unto thee, and my soul thirsteth after thee as a thirsty land. You know, we're living in a land that is thirsty. I had to go to a wake the other night, and anyhow, was a man there that I helped as a kid growing up. I primed him back in his fields, and he was always a joyful, a jolly fella. Always sang out there, always treated us good. And I realized life is but a vapor. It's here and then it's gone. Then, I drove past a school, and as the students were changing classes, a thought hit me. Wonder what the greatest problem is that these kids face today. We had it good growing up. We were surrounded by love. We had family. We had family devotions. But what is it that kids nowadays are facing? And I was thinking on that thought, and I thought, it's got to be emptiness. They're bored. They're lonely. And they're searching for something. You can just look at it and see it in their faces. I believe that's today's why kids do not attend church. I believe today that's why they're searching for something and doing alcohol and drugs. You didn't see that back in our days. I'm sure it was there, but you didn't see it like that. My wife and I, we travel, sing, and preach, and you go to churches, but where are the young people? They're not there. And we hear and see churches shutting down, closing down, because their attendance, folks are dying off. People want their ears tickled today. They don't want their toes stepped on. And we're in a day that the young people are fading out of the church. The only way that you're going to see them get into church is when you have some group and band up there playing. You feed them and got some group and band up there playing that sounds like rock music. Yeah, you'll get them to that because they're searching. They're searching. They think they're going to a concert without having to pay. No matter whether you're rich, poor, or whatever, we ought to be like the Apostle Paul said, I've learned in whatever state I am to be content. We need to be content. We as parents, and I'm learning this more as I'm becoming this grandpa. I've got a little baby there. I want her raised in church. I want her to see the love that we had. And my daughter's doing a great job of it. If there's kids out there listening, or even young adults listening, you don't have to give up on life. You don't have to throw your hands up and cry and say it's no use. You can have God's peace. You can have God's joy, God's happiness, and most of all, God's security. Remember, He never left us. He's always there. Everywhere we go and travel, He's always there with us. God's security can become the most thrilling part of life in this world, because this world's going to end one of these days. Then there's not going to be any more this so-called make me happy here on this world, on this whole earth. You'll stand before Him someday, and I just trust your life is in order. If we can ever be a help, we have a burden for young people. If we can ever be of any help, please take the time to visit us on our website. It's called DarylAndSusanBranson.com. You can inbox us. We're on Facebook, inbox us. We would love to talk with you. If there's a marriage problem, my wife is certified domestic violence counselor. Our heart desire is to help anyone that's in need of help or searching. And let me tell you something. I'm getting older. I'm not the smartest man on this earth, but I've got all the answers that we need right here in this book called the Bible. And we love you. Have a blessed day. We're going to try to get this posted on Facebook. Thanks again for listening to us. And may God bless you.